Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new year, brand new episode, brand new day, brand new week of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete. And we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. I hope everyone had a phenomenal new year. Hope everyone was safe and did what they ever had to do and being with the ones that they love. And, I know it was crazy times nowadays, but I hope everyone had a great new year. And if you're out, again, hope you stay safe and sound. And that's all we can ask for in the upcoming new year. It is 2021. I hope, again, we have a great year. We have a lot of great stuff on tap, not only on 12 Ounce Sports, but of course yours truly on Pete's Power Plays. Yours truly, Philly Pete here. I have a lot on tap coming up for this upcoming new year. And I'm excited. I can't wait to be a part of it. I can't wait to give it out to all my friends and fans out there that tune into my show regularly, that follow my plays every day. There's a lot of good things coming up on board for Pete's Power Play. So stay tuned. It is going to be an exciting new year for sure. So I know I had a great new year. I was with my wife, had a great evening, plain and simple. Some beverages, relaxed with the wife and the soon-to-be baby, and just did a little bit of a low-key dinner, just appetizers and ordering from one of our favorite spots. So you can't go wrong with that. But once again, Happy New Year. We're in 2021. Let's hope for a better new year. And hey, what can I say? The NHL starts in 8 days, January 13th, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. But before I talk about today's show, I got to tell you guys about mybookie.ag. All right, here we go. A lot of sports are back, okay? Like I said, we're getting to the NFL playoffs. You had the national championship for college football. You have the NBA that's in full gear. You also have college basketball in full gear. I mean, NHL, like I said, is right around the corner. So what better way to start cashing out large than going to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12OunceSports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps. No spaces when signing up once again on mybookie.ag. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Simple as that. Always remember to gamble responsibly. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. That's Z-I-N-G-O, Zingo TV. It is a free app. Those that are tuning in right now from Zingo TV, welcome aboard to today's episode. This is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Show of Pete's Power Plays hosted by the one, the only Philly Pete. Those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you get it. Again, it's a free app. Download it. Use the promo code 12ounce, 12OZ. And again, you'll be streaming live all of our amazing shows that we have on 12 Ounce Sports, including yours truly, Philly Pete and Pete's Power Plays. So, again, it's a free app. Download it, Zingo TV. Get it today. It's on every streaming platform as we speak. And last but not least, Amazon. We have a website. It's www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Whether it's birthdays, celebrations, anniversaries, miscellaneous, anything in general, just a pop-up to say hello, sort of gift for your next-door neighbor, whatever it may be, go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So I want to talk about hockey real quick. We have the updated time slots for the Montreal, Toronto, and the Vancouver, Edmonton games. So 5 games on tap for the 13th. Next Wednesday, we are starting with fire with the opening round game, Pittsburgh and the Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Philadelphia Flyers, 5:30 puck drop there in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center. I hope we have some fans this year. I really want to go to a couple games this season. I look forward to it. I really do. But this is going to be a great Broad Street Bullies rivalry, Wednesday night rivalry, of course. 5:30 puck drop there. So you got Philly, Pittsburgh at 5:30, Montreal and Toronto, 7 o'clock puck drop. There you go. Montreal and Toronto, 7 o'clock puck drop up there in Toronto. Chicago, Tampa, 8 o'clock. Then you have the nightcaps. Vancouver and Edmonton. Canucks, Oilers, 10 p.m. puck drop up there at Rogers Place. Vancouver and Edmonton, 10 p.m. And then the nightcap, St. Louis and Colorado, that is at 10:30. I know I spoke to you guys already about those 3 games previously, but Montreal, Toronto, 7 o'clock. Vancouver, Edmonton, 10 o'clock. So there you have it. And tomorrow I will talk more about updated line movements, trends, over-under trends, movements, money line movements, and trends. That will be spoken upon tomorrow as well. I want to get some updated info out there for each and every one of you out there that are true hockey gamblers, bettors, those that take notes from me, those that tail my plays. So, there's a couple updates as we speak. So we'll let the day go by, and we will talk about this tomorrow. And then on Thursday's show, we'll talk NFL playoff DFS. That's been hot, smoking hot as of late. Speaking of DFS, what can I say? We rocked and rolled it. This was a great free client. It was a free client lineup for daily fantasy football for FanDuel only, unfortunately. Again, 95% of my clients use FanDuel, so I'm going to give out a FanDuel lineup for everybody, and it cashed out. It cashed out no problem. Again, doubled your money, maybe a little bit more than doubling your money on that lineup. Again, this is what I'm saying. The fact that I had so many people reach out to me in regards to after cashing this out is what made them join for the playoff NFL DFS. It's crazy. It is crazy to even think that. It's awesome. I'm loving this. I'm loving the attention. But so we had Kirk Cousins at quarterback. We had Alexander Madison at running back. We had Ty Montgomery. A lot of you reach out to me in regards saying, how come I can't? It's 3,000 over the limit. No, it's not, because you had David Montgomery in the lineup, not Ty Montgomery. You have to look at the lineup, ladies and gentlemen, when you're placing in lineups for FanDuel or DraftKings. You got to look at the lineups I'm giving out, okay? High or stoned or drunk, whatever you may be, make sure you reread what I gave out as a free lineup, okay? Because it was not 3,000 over, okay? Everything was perfect. It was a great lineup, and it worked. So it was Ty Montgomery, not David Montgomery. So, but I had to fix that up. Everyone for the most part got their lineup in just in time and cashed out just like the entire world did, including my clients, on a free client lineup, like I said, on FanDuel. So that was great. A lot of people reached out to me, and they were asking if I do a NFL playoff daily fantasy just for playoffs only. So the fact that I had so much volume after this week in terms of client lineups and cashing out double the money, because that's what happened. A lot of you out there want, they strictly just want NFL playoff DFS. So I'm going to run a little special there with that as well, including my NHL season. So if you're interested in the NHL season package, which is still, again, this is 5 days after the new year, but I'm shrinking it to $350 for the year. But that also includes my NHL playoffs and my cup futures. So there you have it. But if you want, I will add the NFL playoff lineups as well, because my clients are getting them as we speak. So, but if you strictly just want the NFL playoff lineups, I'm only charging $25 for the entire playoffs for those lineups. That is it. That is it. One flat fee of $25 if you're interested in just the NFL daily fantasy football playoff lineups. Now, like I said, if you're interested in the NHL season, it's $350, what I just included. And on top of that, I want to add in the NFL playoff package too for daily fantasy football. Your choice. You let me know. DM me. I am getting more and more by the hour as we speak here. Everyone wants to hop on board with Philly Pete, because why not? I am one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business, when it comes to NHL capping and NFL DFS. So just to round it out, Ty Montgomery, Devontae Adams, Marvin Jones, Justin Jefferson, Noah Fant, Derrick Henry, and the Chargers defense. So hell of a lineup. A lot of people reached out in regards. Shout out to John Dorcher. He said, thanks for this great lineup today, Philly. Won some good money. I appreciate that, John. Thank you so much. And Eddie Barzoon at the Roto Legend, another guy that reached out to me as well. This lineup crushed it. Thanks, Philly. And a bunch of you out there DM'd me in regards saying the same exact thing. So you are very, very welcome. I'm glad you all tailed and cashed out some free money. And let's look forward to the NFL playoffs. Simple as that. But all right, so without further ado, let's get into a little bit more NHL news before I talk about my top 5, basically my top 5 scorers for the 2020-2021 season. So as we all know, USA, the World Junior Championships, they are going on to the championship game, the gold medal game against Canada tonight, 9:30 p.m., 6:30 out west. This is going to be a fun one to watch. I can't wait. I've been watching most of them, and they've been fun. I've been looking forward to this. So USA, Canada tonight for the gold at 9:30 p.m. on the east, 6:30 out in the west. This is going to be a fun game. So got to root for USA here. Sorry, Canadian fans, but being here in the States, I'm rooting for my boys here. So I'm taking the USA, Team USA. The money line's like plus 450. That's insane. Obviously, we know Canada is loaded with stars and studs that they are. But the way that this USA team has been playing, you got to give them a shot here. I know just for a little bit bang of my buck, $10 bet, $20 bet. I mean, you're still paying. Still getting paid out bank. So plus 450 for Team USA to win the gold. Or to win the game, let alone, I like that. Put a little pocket change on that. So USA, Canada tonight, 9:30 p.m. for the gold. On that note here, I just want to say that, I'm talking about NHL. If some odds came out in terms of missing the playoffs and making the playoffs, I'm not big on these, but just at looking at a couple that I'm seeing right now, I have two that I like, no doubt in my mind. Wild at plus 115 to make the playoffs. To miss it, they're minus 135. But the Wild to make the playoffs is plus 115. I like that. I'm already a fan of their over in terms of their total points this season, as I talked about on last week's show. But I also put in a cup future for them as well as 50 to 1. But for them to make the playoffs, I like that at plus 115. A little bit of value there. So give me the yes for the Wild to make the playoffs. And a no, the Winnipeg Jets. Okay, Jets at minus 115 and then plus 135 to make it. I don't know. There's something about this team I'm not really sure of. Line maybe will get traded. A lot of rumors building up with him again. But I just feel like this Jets team has no defense. They got to rely on Hellebuyck. Not sure where their offense is going to come from if they get rid of Line. But again, I just think that this Jets team is not really close to postseason at all, and I think they're going to miss this one this year. So Jets for me at minus 115, a no to make the playoffs. So Wild at yes at plus 115, Jets no at minus 115 to make the playoffs. So those are my two that I like and I am locked and loaded on. And I will be right back. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, be back, and I will talk about my top 5 top scorers for this upcoming season. Stay tight. Be back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging on there while I was away for a little bit. But this is the Tuesday January 5th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, Philly Pete, the king of the ice himself, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful January afternoon here in the Northeast, about 45 degrees, a little bit overcast, but it is nice. I'm sure you guys checked out the ads, MyBookie, and Amazon, of course, and also Zingo TV, channel 761. Now, we're getting back into the action here, and without further ado here, let's do it. I am predicting my top 5 scorers for the 2021 NHL season. All right, at number 5, I have Jack Eichel. I really do. I think this could finally be the year that the stars could possibly align for Eichel here. Now, I'm not trying to suggest that the Sabres captain hasn't produced in his career. And you have to imagine, you have to tune in the fact that he also hasn't really had much help either. The fact that Taylor Hall is coming to this Sabres squad now could help the fact that Eichel could even move up to that situation here. And honestly, I really think that he could, he played at an MVP. He hasn't produced in his career, but like they suggested. But Eichel played at an MVP season last year, at definitely level like, and some key roster reinforcements could help the 24-year-old finally break out. Like I said, Taylor Hall is going to be a big piece to Jack Eichel's improvement this year, let alone success, if he wants to get up to the top 5 top scorers in this upcoming season. And I think with Taylor Hall, that's going to help him big time. Now, again, the question is always going to be, well, is Taylor Hall going to stay for the Sabres full time? Well, that's why he was a 1-year rental. We will see what happens. Will he stay a Sabre? Will they make a postseason push? We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure. But we know for a fact, and I know for a fact, that Eichel, if the Sabres are not in contention, he's out. He's out. But now Eichel can definitely line up alongside with Taylor Hall. Obviously, the most shocking offseason acquisition, as we both know. They're both also healthy. The duo has the potential to be very dangerously good, especially on 5-on-5s and the power play, where they are likely to be joined by Olofsson, Dahlin, and Sam Reinhart. There's plenty of points to be had with that unit on the ice as well. So this is going to be a good 5-on-5 regardless when this upcoming Buffalo season starts. Sabres fans should be excited. It's a tough division that they're in, but you just never know. You never know with a shortened season. We all don't know. Now, you also brought in Eric Stahl to play behind Eichel, should also free up some ice time as well. Stahl isn't the player that we all used to see him be back in the day, but the Sabres second line is much more stronger with him in fold on the ice here. Opponents now have to think about more on what to take on Buffalo instead of zoning in on Eichel for 25 minutes per night. So they got a little bit more weapons to deal with than just Eichel. So at number 5, I have Jack Eichel. At number 4 here, I have Leon Draisaitl from the Edmonton Oilers. All right, he was 127-point pace guy last year. Obviously, before the season shut down, he was on a 127-point pace before the season shut down. He ended the campaign by winning the Art Ross and Hart trophies, led all skaters in points per game, points per game, and power play points. He was also the NHL's most utilized forward. That's quite an act to follow. It also wouldn't be surprising to see him lead the league in scoring again, but it's only natural he regresses a touch. It's tough for that to happen back-to-back years. Let's be honest here. But Oilers found a ton of success when they separated Draisaitl and Connor McDavid at the 5-on-5 late in 2019, and Draisaitl's stats surprisingly improved. Now, the German sniper himself collected plenty of points sharing a power play with McDavid after the split, but Draisaitl shot 21.7% at all strengths over that span, and that number just isn't sustainable. Now, he stands among the best in terms of league leaders in points again this year, but probably won't be as dominant, of course, because you have McDavid. But like I said, he posted an incredible 1.5 points per game last season. But honestly, no player has put up a rate over 1.5 in back-to-back seasons since who? Jaromir Jagr at the turn of the century. So we will see, Mr. Draisaitl, what you can do in this upcoming season. So for now, I have you at number 4. At number 3, I have Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He at their established career highs in goals, points, and points per game last season. Matthews, of course, is poised for another massive season as the centerpiece of that high-octane Maple Leafs offense. Now, he ranked 9th in scoring, last season, was 1 goal away from earning a 3-way tie for the Rocket Richard Trophy. Now, after Toronto fired head coach Mike Babcock and replaced him with Sheldon Keefe, Matthews averaged almost 2 extra minutes of ice time at all strengths. If that lasts for the entire upcoming season, this young kid easily should be among the most prolific producers in the league. Simple as that. So we'll see what happens here. That's why, like I said, Toronto is arguably the most talented team in Canada right now, and of course in that division. Matthews has to put up some incredible numbers. He has put up some incredible numbers over his 4-year career. Of course, even against his closest rivals, 22 points in 15 games against the Sens, 17 points in 14 games against the Habs. So there you have it. Number 3, Austin Matthews. At number 2, I have Nathan MacKinnon. All right, some people might argue him or McDavid, but I'm going to go with MacKinnon here. Again, you could debate it, but again, the juggernaut Colorado team was placed in the realignment West Division for 2021, meaning that MacKinnon will have 7 games apiece against the Ducks, Kings, Sharks, Coyotes, and the Wild. So he should feast on these numbers big time. I know he's not number 1. I have him at number 2. But again, he will have a feast day, a field day at that, when he plays those teams like I just mentioned. Now, he established himself as one of the league's most dominant players years ago and is coming off his most impressive showing yet. He's only 25, and he was on pace for 109 points when the regular season halted. Of course, we all know in 15 playoff games, he added another 25 points. Unbelievable. He's capable of dominating in a full season. And who knows? It could be the year that he claims a scoring crown and perhaps more hard work. So we will see. But for now, at number 2, I have Nathan MacKinnon. And real quick, honorable mentions before I mention number 1. Panarin from the Rangers, Pettersson from the Canucks, Mitch Marner from the Leafs. You could also put in Malkin and Crosby from the Pens, Barkov and Huberdeau from the Panthers, and of course Sebastian Aho from the Hurricanes. And last but not least, at number 1, everyone knows, yes it is, Mr. Connor the King McDavid. It's hard to bet against him right now, really. In a scoring race, especially if he's healthy all year. The captain hasn't claimed an Art Ross in 2 years after winning the trophy back in 17 and 18, but earning runner-ups for the award in most recent campaigns, posting 1.49 and 1.52 points per game rates. That's insane. Listen, he's a ridiculously talented, and when it comes to production levels, he could have going on and on for days about this, but for the way that I'm ranking him at number 1, he's going to be extra motivated to dominate in 2021 after that ousting from the Blackhawks last season. They're hungry. They added more acquisitions to the team as well, and we will see what happens. Goalie is always a big factor here, but I'm not talking about goalies. I'm talking about Connor McDavid. So, of course, they were embarrassed last season in the postseason to the Blackhawks, and now, again, from what he's capable of and what they brought in, I think McDavid will be the first person as the top candidate to be the top scorer in 2021. So there you have it. Now, to round up the show here, the last 7 minutes I have with you guys. Now, I know I mentioned NHL helmet ads being worn for this upcoming season. A couple teams have this already. They have a couple ones already. They're allowing teams to make their own individual deals to display advertising logos on each of their helmets. So, of course, there's more up to date. And, I'll probably talk more about this tomorrow than today, but I just know for now, Calgary Flames logo for Scotia Bank as their ad on their helmets. That's what they have currently as we speak. The Columbus Blue Jackets nationwide is on as their ad, so that's pretty good. And Ohio Health as well. So an away helmet and a home helmet each have their own ad on. Nationwide and Ohio Health for the Blue Jackets. The Dallas Stars announced on the other day that they will wear the AT&T logo on their helmets this season. Detroit is UWM, so United Wholesale Mortgage will be their sponsor. Their ads that they will have on their helmets. Both helmets, home and away, UWM, United Wholesale Mortgage. Edmonton will be wearing, of course, the Rogers logos all over the place. Florida Panthers, Ford and Baptist Health ads on Ford and Baptist Health will be on their helmets this year. Montreal, of course, the Bell logos. What else is new? Nashville, Bridgestone tires will be on their helmets for ads. The Devils, Prudential, of course, the Prudential Center. The Prudential ad will be on their helmets this year. Pittsburgh, PPG Paints will be on their helmets this year. Toronto, Scotiabank as well will be on their helmets this year. The Capitals, Capital One will replace the Caps team logo for this upcoming season. So you'll see the Capital One logo on their helmets as their ad. Winnipeg Jets, Bell logos as well. They were wearing that during practice, so that to me, they were spotted. So 100% not sure if this is the case, but just by the looks of practice this morning, it appears that Bell will be their logo for their ad on their helmets this upcoming season. So there's still more teams to put in. I think the Flyers are going to use Comcast or even Wells Fargo, according to sources, as an ad on their helmet. So time will tell here. We're getting closer, and we'll only know the other rest of the teams coming soon, and I will keep you guys informed when that happens. Now, last but not least, okay, a lot of speculation going on now. Patrick Laine, a lot of news, a lot of trade rumors going around about him. The Islanders are linked with even a Bartzell trade. Rumors speculated the other day and late last night that I've been hearing that Islanders and the Jets are possibly doing a swap. Bartzell for Patrick Laine. I don't know if it's 100% true. I don't think it's going to happen. Again, I still think Laine stays put in Winnipeg, but you never know, okay? Things got really into shape on yesterday, and of course that more fire is being put on for these trade rumors now. Flyers are also back in the mix here as well. So at this point, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen here. But, you know, there's a bunch of players are even commenting on these trades as well, but it just appears that the Jets are no strangers to Patrick Laine trade rumors. You know, obviously rumblings were even back in October when I first told you guys about Patrick Laine possibly being on the field market, or trade market, I should say, for a trade. But, you know, you just never know what's going to happen here. Could Bartzell obviously be on a deal with the Islanders, possibly going to Winnipeg for Laine? We will see what happens. But I know the two big names I've heard Laine's name assorted to, basically, is Philly and the New York Islanders. So we'll see what happens. Again, we're 8 days away from the start of the NHL season. There's still a lot to do. Mike Hoffman is also out there in free agency as well. The Boston Bruins is linked to him as well as a source to sign with the Bruins, but we will see what happens. I think he signs. I mean, he could even sign with the Blues. All right, who knows? But a lot of places that I'm seeing have the Bruins linked to Mike Hoffman for a 1-year deal. Don't kill the messenger boy here, but we will see what happens. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing via sources here. You know, Matthew Bartzell, it's you know, are they going to sign him or are they going to let him walk for another team? Are they going to trade? No, do it for Laine. We'll see what happens here. But, you know, his name, he hasn't been signed yet either. Now, if I was him, I'd be troubled by the restricted free agents who sign largely team-friendly contracts this offseason. But for a 23-year-old, you'll have to find out. Now, basically here, you know, what felt like a lifetime contract for Ovi is expiring this offseason, but some would think that this would be a source of anxiety. Ovechkin and the Caps indicate that there's no rush for an extension. I just feel like if Ovi, which we know has plenty of years left for his NHL season, I really think that if he's got to stay in Washington. And all in all, when I conclude here, I really think that Laine stays put with the Jets. As I mentioned 3 months ago when this first dropped, 3-4 months ago when this dropped, I said that he's going to stay put as a Jet. I think he stays as a Jet, and I believe he will stay as a Jet. I think Matthew Bartzell will stay put as an Islander. I think the Islanders fans don't be worried. They'll sign him. He's even on their active day roster, so you have to just, you know, take it a little bit here. Just take it day by day. You guys will be fine. I think Ovi, after this season, stays put with the Caps. And I want to say a little wild card here with Mike Hoffman. I think he goes to the Bruins here for a 1-year deal. But we'll see what happens. Stay put. I'm out of time. I had a great time talking to you all again. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Western Time. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Be back tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.